Well, great there to chat to Javier Barrasca. Let's take you through the starting lineup then. Kart's already out on track. Javier Barrasca and Alex Pineda. They start this one on the front row of the grid. Benjamin Manak and Just Mulder on row number 2. Toby Gale and Jesse Phillips, they go from row 3. Last year's IAME Euro Series mini champion starts this one in the 3rd row in juniors. Tyke Butley and Federico Svadelity round out row number 4, sorry, I should say. Anton Sharp and Matteo Melis on row 5. Rock Pineda and Daniel Motor on row 6 from Max Murray and Jorn Helder on row 7. Zeta Minier and Didier Klieft on row 8. Carolina Redondo and Henry Carter round out row number 9 from Louis Bazeret and Thijs van House on row 10. David Minchuna, Archie Owen, Walter Bergenu and Daniel Oliver round out the 24 kart grid on this one. Race director Martin Bean there on your screen, sending the drivers round for their formation lap now. That's the out lap completed. Right then, cast your mind back. Winter Cup.
Yes.
Juniors, they're kind of racing their first races. Very exciting, wasn't it? Are we going to see the same here this time? Remember, it's a championship. It's not a one-off.
It's juniors. It's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I'm glad I've got several spaces, a bit of room to step back from the from the monitor in our comms box here at Zwara. This should be good. I sometimes feel with the juniors that they have to wait, don't we? And it's always like that. That's like pent-up frustration.
Yeah.
We want to get racing. We've seen the seniors have all of their fun. We want to have a go now.
Put it this way, the last time the juniors were on track, obviously it was this morning when they had their warm-ups, the last time they were on track...
In a competitive sense.
Yeah, exactly. Was qualifying, and that was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday.
Yeah.
So they have waited some many hours to really go racing again. And this is the first time that we are going to see it. So, for our drivers here, we have no idea who's going to really come to the top on this one because the times were interesting. There were some very competitive times.
Yep.
The grid was like separated, an entire grid of 24 was separated by less than a second.
Absolutely. It's going to be a very close competition. Keep an eye on Alex Pinheiro, though. It starts on the outside on row 1, but another example of an Auto Club RC2 by a kart going very, very nicely so far this weekend on the Gillard chassis. Okay then, 7 laps for all of our qualifying heats for the X30 Juniors this weekend. Groups A and B about to kick things off for this phase of the competition. Into the tram lines go the drivers, and we are green and racing in the juniors for the first time this year in the IAME Euro Series. Good start for Barrasca, good start for Benjamin Manak as well, who nearly loses it out of turn 1. So they've not even got to turn 2 yet, and there's already drama.
Yep, there's a couple of karts off in the background there, but that was a huge slidey moment there. And now we were talking about it earlier. We were talking with Marcus Luzio. Tyre temperatures at the start of these races, they are still cold. It is cold today, and the track is cold as well. Amazingly managed to keep control of it as they go through in towards turn number 5 now. The train starting to form as everyone folds in. You can see there Toby Gale just trying to hold his position there. You can see one of the Mick Barrett karts just going through. Tyke Butley. Of course, the Mick Barrett team losing one of their own, unfortunately, over the course of this weekend. Big shame to see that. Trent Valley Kart Club posting that one about that over the weekend. So all thoughts with the team and family. But for Tyke Butley, with the Mick Barrett Racing team, doing well here at the moment, up into P2. That is a superb start. Yeah,
really nice run from Buckley, converting opportunities quickly. There is an investigation flag on our screens for the number 72 of Daniel Mota. And if there's any more news on that, we will, of course, let you know. The end of lap number 1, Barrasca leads, Buckley second, Manak third. Sharp has had a good start as well. Beautiful start for Aston Sharp. How many positions is that gained? 5 on the first lap. Manak going down the inside of Buckley for second place. Pretty routine move. And that is good for second place. Benjamin Manak looking in good form again this weekend.
Yeah, certainly is. A look at the gaps there. Nothing between them, but the gaps slightly opening up and again as they go through. Keeping a close eye on everyone. It's down the inside there. Oh, just enough space, but Aston Sharp manages to squeeze his way through on his teammate, so gets that one done. So right now the two teammates line astern, 3rd and 4th out on track. Barrasca though still leads from Benjamin Manak. Manak here. Again, the kart doesn't look like it's handling too well here. You can see the back end keeps kicking out. You saw it at the start. I just saw it there again. It seems like he's struggling with the temperature in the back of that kart.
Yeah, he's having to work very hard at the moment. And here's the opportunity for Aston Sharp down the inside for second place. My goodness, that was close.
Good work by Maniac. Sharp down the inside of both of them. Brilliant move by Aston Sharp. Through comes Buckley as well, and on the scene also is Toby Gale. Door shut by Benjamin Maniac there to hold on to third. But what a mighty move that was from Aston Sharp. Had a go, first of all, into turn one. Good defence on the outside from Maniac just to leave enough room. And then bang, down the inside went Sharp on both of the Bills there to take the lead.
That is superb. Now it's Mick Barrett Racing 1-2. The team will be liking this one as they make their way into the infield section here now, going in towards turn number 8 here as they wind it up now, getting on that power and getting through these corners here. You can just see behind Maniac and Boraska just pushing through as well, trying to hold on to those positions. It's all a case now of working together now. Try and break away, try and open that gap, and try not to see what you've seen in some of the previous races we've seen so far in the senior races. Here we go, back on the start-finish straight now. Are we going to see a dive to the inside? Yes, we are, but it's not from the front two. It's from the driver just behind. It's Toby Gale to the inside of Javier Boasca, but he can't quite get the move done into the corner. Has to settle to hold on to his position, but he's still there with that group top 5 with a clean breakaway. Now this is good as down the inside. Here comes Benjamin Maniac. He gets the move done, and his teammate there, Boraska, comes through as well. But they both now split the two MDCs, and now you can see that Toby Gale's got through as well.
Yeah, it's back and forth as we expect in the juniors. Aston Sharp has got a bit of a gap now. Personal best through sector number 1 last time around. To the inside there through turn 8. That's the number 24 of Ty Buckley fighting back. Goes past the number 23 of Toby Gale. On to lap 4 now. We're past the halfway point of this first heat of the weekend for the X30 junior category. And Maniac and Boraska, what's their pace like through the middle sector? Well, it's interesting because for Sharp, 23.2, as here comes Pinera. Has a bit of a think about going down the inside of Gale, but elects to slip back into the slipstream. Oof. This is getting a bit feisty down into turn 2. Gale looking down the inside of Buckley there for 4th place. But at the very front of the field, as I think we were expecting, Aston Sharp working hard on his own, but 2 engines always better than 1, especially in a close race like this, and it's a pack of 3 at the front.
Yeah, it certainly is for Sharp, Maniac, Boraska at the moment. But like we're saying, we have seen these change constantly throughout this race. No changes here going in towards turn 7. All staying line astern. Boraska and Maniac right on those rear bumpers of each other, and Maniac looking like he wants to not defend, but I think he's being forced to slightly from Boraska, who's just looking down the inside constantly through every single corner. But despite that, they are still breaking away from the likes of Gale, Buckley, Pineda, Mulder, and Didier Krief still there just behind. Jesse Phillips there in 9th place as well from Senemanier, who rounds out the top 10 as we go side by side. And now it is a 2 change here. Maniac and Boraska both getting past Aston Sharp. Sharp down to 3rd. Don't lose hope yet on this one, though. Stay with that slipstream, and you might be able to stick with them. But these two now are starting to work together. They're breaking away.
Yeah, they're working very nicely right now. There was nothing much that Aston Sharp could really do about that. To the inside goes Boraska, started on pole position in this race and returns to the lead of this race. Sharp trying to go around the outside of Maniac there. There's going to be a bit of a gap between Boraska and Maniac. Maniac's going to have to defend. Doesn't defend. Door open for Aston Sharp, who says thank you very much. Down the inside, takes P2.
Yeah, nicely done indeed. He is fighting fierce here, is Aston Sharp. Back into P2 now. Alex Vignera starting to close in now as well, though. You can see him there on the Gillard chassis trying to close in, not able to get that cut down the inside as well. You've got Buckley and Gale just behind as well. They're all going to start to close back in now as we get ready to go on to the last lap, as the last lap board comes out now on your screens there as they whiz past back through the slipstream, and again the double slipstream comes through. Sharp losing 2 positions there, both to Maniac and to Pineda, but Sharp starts to fight back as he goes back down the inside, and so does Pineda. Pineda fighting for 1st place now. Can he get that cut to the inside as they go into the hairpin of turn 4? No, he can't, and he loses out 2 positions here. So now it's Boraska from Maniac who lead that one now as they go in towards turn number 5 as they try to switch positions sideways under braking. Oh, this is going to get feisty.
It is getting feisty out there for the first win of the weekend in the X30 junior category. Benjamin Maniac's going to hardline it down the inside to defend, gets a bit of encouragement from behind in the form of Javier Boraska. Aston Sharp now fighting with Buckley there for 5th place. It's still a number of corners to go here. There's opportunities for them all to gain positions and possibly more. Benjamin Maniac fighting hard, working hard, not giving any of the drivers behind any opportunities to get through. Pinheiro still there in 11th place. Now it's get on the gas, get on the loud pedal. Is there going to be another run to the line? There is going to be another run to the line. Who's going to take it? It is Maniac by 0.002.
Oh, what is it with close finishes in this one? This is going to be a good weekend, ladies and gents, isn't it? Look, if we can get finishes like that in every qualifying heat over the course of this weekend, we're going to lose our voices. I can guarantee you that. Well, Benjamin Maniac then takes the win from Javier Boasca by, like you just said, 0.002 of a second across the line. Pinheiro finishes in 3rd place from Ty Buckley and Ashton Sharp. The two Mick Barrett Racing drivers finishing 4th and 5th on track. Jos Mulder finishes in 6th place from Toby Gale, finishing in P7. Didier Krief rounding out the top 8 from Jesse Phillips, and Senminier rounding out the top 10. 7 laps of racing and close racing all the way from that one. Benjamin Maniac secures 0 points, and hopefully for him, he can hold on to that one all the way throughout this one. Brilliant racing there as the drivers make their way back in towards Parc Fermé. It looked like they were still racing there all the way back to the pit lane. There you go. Can't wait to get off. Here's a look then at the provisional classifications at the end of qualifying heat A versus B, the first race of the weekend for Junior X30. Maniac from Boasca, then it's Pinheiro, Buckley, Sharp, Mulder, Gale, Krief, Jesse Phillips and Meunier rounding out the top 10. Then you have Henry Carter, Matteo Mellis, Daniel Mota, Francisco Sardelity and Archie Owen rounding out the top 15. 16th place downwards would see Max Murray and Luis Brazre in 17th place after gaining 2 positions. Carolina Redondo and Rock Pinheiro finishing in 18th and 19th place, with Thijs van House finishing in 20th.